Hello, day 3 of stretching. We are going to work on our hands and our feet today. So disregarded parts of our body that we ignore, that we don't treat well, that we don't stretch. Our hands and our feet have the most nerve receptors or nerve endings in our whole body, so it's really great to release that tension and make your hands and your feet feel good, because your nervous system and your body actually really feels the benefit when you take care of your hands and your feet. So we're going to start first with our hands. These are the finger splits, which is a lot of people's favorites that I like to teach in class. So I'm just using this as an object so you can see it in the camera, but I would do this down on the floor, or you can do it up against your hand or a book. So imagine this was the floor, or you can even, or a wall. Pointer finger, middle finger. Imagine this is left leg, right leg. I'm just going to do the splits on a solid object. Hold firm and then start to press or deepen your split. And that's going to stretch the fascia, the skin and the tissues and the webbing between forefinger and middle. Now breathe in, breathe out. Shoulders are relaxed. And then switch. Middle finger front, pointer finger back. Stretch. The other fingers, you can just move them out of the way. Sometimes you might just need to move them up forwards with the fingers that are doing the work. Okay, so now I'm moving on to middle finger and ring finger. I'm going to put my pointer, I'm just going to glue it with my middle. So from here, I'm stretching. Do you see how I'm deepening that split? If you've had any prior hand injuries, go gentle or skip that knuckle or finger. Okay, so now my ring and my pinky go forward, my middle finger and pointer go back, but I'm isolating the webbing on just the middle and the ring finger. So from a deeper camera angle, it'll look like that. Breathe in and out. All right, so now pinky and ring finger, we're gonna do the splits. It looks so funny. And then last but not least, pinky, ring. And then grab your thumb and start to pull it back towards you, stretching the webbing between forefinger and thumb. So on the ground, it would look like this. Same time, if you want to save time. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I'm practiced at this now, so I just put my pointer fingers together in my middle and I just press against each other. And this is part of my morning routine. I stretch my fingers. You'll notice a huge difference. I think it's so great that a lot of us at home right now, we're picking up new skills or picking up skills that we haven't done in a while, like knitting and piano playing. So this is such a great stretch to really release all of that tension. And then I would grab some lotion or some essential oils with some hot coconut oil and just massage that into your skin. And you'll notice so much more dexterity in your hands, just so much release from the hands. On hands and knees, hands on the floor. Let me back up, spread the fingers and just move the shoulders around the hands. You can put as much body weight or pressure in the hands that you'd like to. So just press down harder if you want more stretch or sensation. Ease up a bit and go soft on the hands. And then we're going to turn the hands. I like to do one at a time, spinning the fingertips towards the knee and then rock back and forth. You can do both at the same time, but just keep most of the body weight into the knees so that you don't overdo it into the wrists. Breathe in on the way back. Exhale, bring the heel of the hands forward. Okay, so now we're going to flip the hands. So back of the hands on the ground, fingertips point towards the knees, and then again rock back and forth. Keeping the body weight into the legs and engage your belly muscles. Relax the shoulders and breathe into it. Good, and then go ahead and roll that out. So with your hands out in front, make a fist, and then you're going to unravel the fingertips. The wrist is going to flex, and then you're going to pull them knuckle and flex inwards. So you're gonna do this a few times. And then roll your wrists while your fingers are in a fist. If you keep your thumbs in, this is called Adi Mudra, and this is a grounding mudra. Helps you stay secure. A really good mudra to do right now. Breathe in and out. Good. So holding on to fingertips, gently pull or flex the wrist back. You'll notice the forearm, the muscles nice and tight there. Breathe in and out. Relax the shoulders, pull them back, and then play with lifting and lowering the arm. And then switch. Breathe in and out. Stretching the forearm. Roll out the wrists. Prayer hands. Anjali Mudra, Namaste hands. Take the heel of the hands down. Lift the elbows, not the shoulders, but the elbows. And then you can switch, reverse and inverse. And then roll those out, shake that out. So those are hands and wrists. Lots of different wrist injuries. For those of you who suffer carpal tunnel, carpals are across the top of the wrist. You can take your thumb with some olive oil or coconut oil and massage by pushing down. You can also use a tennis ball and roll it across the wrist. So that's a good way to alleviate the inflammation that's pressing onto the tendons that's causing that pain. Okay, so self-massage. And now let's do some feet. Stretching the toes, broken toe pose. You're gonna tuck your toes under, including this little pinky toe, that little piggy. You're gonna pull those toes back and put some body weight into the heels. Deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then softly release your feet. You can cringe, pull out the ankles. I have this half dome, so I'm just gonna use that. But you can roll up some towels or some small bolster circular pillows. You're gonna place the top of your ankle over it for ankle stretch. Once you start to loosen up the ankles, you can start to crawl forward so that now the center of the pillow is on the middle of the top of the foot. And then put some body weight down. You can do this on the ground. So this would be the deepest variation right here. And eventually the top of my ankle may come down to the ground. Without that, it just looks like this. And then you can also play with rocking the knees off the floor. You can do that one leg at a time by just slipping one leg free and using that to help you control the body weight into the ankle. My next stretch is my favorite for the Achilles tendon. I'm gonna do one at a time. Right foot bends. Left foot is back in that ankle stretch. And I'm gonna put body weight forward, pressing down into my right calf muscle. Let me scoot back. I'm rocking forward and pushing down, and that's stretching right here, the Achilles tendon, and into the gastrocnemius or the calf muscle. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Don't overdo it. We don't want to rip an Achilles tendon. So left foot forwards. I'm just pushing or pressing gently some of my body weight forward. Breathe in and out. You can rock softly into it. Good. Now, you can do the same finger splits with your toes. Just gently pull your toes apart, making them split. And that's going to help stretch out the skin and the webbing of the feet. You can also bring those feet wide. If you can find a tennis ball somewhere in your house, a lacrosse ball, or maybe one of your kids' balls, the denser, the harder the ball, the more sensation you'll feel in this myofascial release. So starting with my right foot, I'm going to take the ball right in the middle of my foot on the arch. So I'm going to turn it just so you can see my arch with a little bit of gentle pressure down, roll up and back, front, back, and deep breath in, deep breath out, and then you're going to go side to side. The more body weight or pressure down, the more it will stretch or roll it out. And yeah, the tennis ball is probably going to pop out a few times. And then you're going to make circular motions in the center of your foot. You can start with smaller circles and then go wider or bigger. And then I'm going to bring my heel down. I'm going to spread my toes out. I'm going to turn so you guys can see how wide I can bring my toes. I'm going to wrap my toes around the ball. And then I'm going to smash and do the mashed potato. So that's going to get into all of those digits in the feet and the bones. And then curl my toes. I'm going to roll back a little bit, kind of do it again. And then circle it around. Now the ball of my foot on the ground. I'm going to take my heel down and massage side to side. Side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. And then I'm going to roll the entire length of my foot and try to just get into all the spaces that feel the best. And you can take as much time that you might need as you release into your foot. For those of you who are barefoot at home, lots of walking barefoot. It's great for the body, especially if you're in the grass, like grounding into dirt, but it can be tough if you have flat feet. So massaging out your feet will really help. I'm not sure if you've noticed any differences in your feet since you've been out of work. Okay, so different foot, same routine. You can go in any order you want though, but I like to start in the middle of the foot with smaller range of motion. And then I like to get grander or broader strokes. Get into the arch of the foot, go side to side, make circles. And then ground the heel, gives you a little bit more support. Roll those toes on all over the ball. Side to side. And then roll the ball of the foot forward, get into the heel. Breathe in and out. Full massage, forward and back.